find something else. Like this. Oh, look at the little fairies in a jewelry box. I used to have one of these when I was a kid. Aww. Okay, it's official. The holiday season is here, which means that it is time to go shopping. And not just shopping, but shopping. And that also means going thrift shopping. And so during a recent trip out to Long Island, we went to visit some friends out of the Timothy Hill Children's Ranch. And they have a thrift store there, which helps support their mission at the ranch. And their mission at the ranch is to help provide homeless boys with educational opportunities and vocational training in addition to housing. And their thrift store helps to provide funds for part of that mission, and there's nothing more spectacular than being able to go find great deals, hidden treasures, and be able to give to a noble cause. And certainly to me, there's none more noble than the Timothy Hill Children's Ranch. And so here, take a look at some of our clips, see what we found, and also take heed from some of the little, thrift store little shopping tips that you can take advantage of during your shopping trips for finding all the things that you need for the special people in your lives this holiday season. Okay, bric-a-brac at a thrift store, love it, hate it. Always there is a ton to look at, and some of it is just, bric-a-brac junk, but a lot of it you can find great deals like this. Check this out. It is an outdoor planter. Now, it just looks like, basic ceramic pottery, but you put on a coat of paint to this, and you're going to be surprised how chic this is going to look. So, solid. I can sit it out on my railing, so I'm not worried about the wind blowing it over or the squirrels having a heyday with it. And I got a brand new pot, so I'll show you what the finished product looks like later on. So, but another good thing about checking out bric-a-brac sections in thrift stores are things like this too. You never really often see these beautifully made embroidered pieces of linen. Another really vintage chic look that you can use to be able to, just spice up your home life as far as just adding that nice little detail to your kitchen table or to an end table or to any place that might need just a little touch of, pizzazz, a little home detail. So here you have it. Alright, check out this light. Speak about vintage. It may not look like much, but look at this burlap detail here. You hear that? It's a metal cast lamp with a wood spindle center to it and a candle top. One thing I recommend about if you buy old lamp fixtures at a thrift store, you go ahead to like Home Depot or Lowe's and buy what they call a light kit, or basically it's the guts to the light. So it's going to give you a new sprocket here at the top. Pardon my non-technical lingo here. And it's going to give you new wiring and whatnot. But before you buy that lamp, make sure you can actually take it apart to be able to put new wiring through it. So with this is a fabulous vintage deal. It'd be a great detail, I don't know, in a bedroom or in a study or any place that has got these warm colors to it. It's beautiful. It's a little dusty, but it'll clean up nicely. What else can we find? Come on. Pretty china. Whenever you look at china, make sure you check out the stamps on the back. Sometimes they can give you some clues, some hidden treasures. Then we can have our very own antique roadshow. Alright, look at this, guys. Here is a box of patterns, and for all of you crafty, thrifty, vintage chicsters, this is something you're not going to want to miss in a thrift store. So I've found some really old patterns from the 50s and 60s where I've made some of my clothing that you actually can see on the blog. I've already done a couple of posts that have been made from patterns I found in thrift stores. The issue, though, that you have to take in consideration when you're looking at a pattern at the thrift store is that there's a possibility that not all the pieces are going to be in that pattern, and that some of them might be torn and ripped. And so you might want to think about replacing the patterns before they disintegrate, because patterns are made on a thin tissue paper. So obviously, finding an old one in good condition is indeed a rare find. here. Oh yeah. How about that from the 80s, some menswear? I'm not finding anything too old in here. Finding some vintage in a fashion perspective of it being from, you know, more than 20 years old from the 80s, but nothing.
Oh no, I got it wrong.
You got what wrong?
Look, I got it at your head.
Got it at my head. Look how beautiful this is. This is a full-size bedspread. You can see here, made out of like Afghan woven material. I love things like this because it's just so comfy and homey, and it makes me feel like I'm sleeping in a bed that my grandmother made up. But the word of caution for being able to buy bedding and blankets and things like that in thrift stores is that you have to know the quality of the thrift store that you're at. And we're at a really good thrift store here where they clean everything before they put it out for sale. So I know that when I go and take this home, I'm not going to be bringing home any bugs or dirt or things that, you know, are going to kind of skeeve me out. So I think I'm going to end up getting this. This is really exciting. These are some really nice antiques in this thrift shop. Check out this rocker style folding chair. Embroidered. I mean, we're talking this is turn of the century, maybe a little bit older than that. I'm not really great at dating antiques, but this is a beautiful piece. But right next to it, come over here. Look at this. This is a legitimate antique radio box. All the push buttons, and look at this. You have to get some of these details, cameraman. Look at that. It actually gives you the call letters of the radio stations. WCBS, WHN, WOR, WNB1, bass boost, high boost. I mean, I'm not much of a music historian, but that's pretty cool, I think. Oh, look at this. We almost walked by it. Pretty hip looking plastic tray. Yeah. It's pretty cool for being able to entertain in the summertime. Serve up some margaritas and salsa on this or something like that. But also has a lot of nice detail to it as far as the reverse emblems here for having a nice pattern underneath your tablecloth. I love serving trays. They're the ideal thing for entertaining. You've got to have one of these. The reason that this ranch began is because of the namesake, Timothy Hill. He was a little boy. He was on his way to school when he was hit by a truck and was killed. And as a mother, I just can't imagine my child, being killed and dealing and facing with that grief process and the death of that. But Timothy Hill was a really special little boy. He was a boy who had a vision for being able to give homeless boys that were in the foster care system and whatnot, being bounced around and whatever the situation may have you. He had a vision for them to be able to have a normal life, for them to be able to come to a place that they could go horseback riding, they could go have campouts and just do all the rowdy and fun things and normal things that American boys and any boy across this world should have the luxury and the privilege of doing just on a normal day-to-day life. And so that's kind of the silver lining to this story, is that through this tragedy of Timothy Hill's death, his parents, Fern and Jerry Hill, who have hearts of gold, and it's really more of a gold mining story, opened up their hearts and their home and brought Timothy's vision to life. And now hundreds and thousands and countless lives have been completely changed and are drastically different, all because of this ranch, all because of Timothy, his vision, his life. It doesn't matter as how short it was, his life has had a tremendous impact, and it just has kept on giving and giving to so many other lives. If you don't live nearby Long Island or aren't planning on making a trip out to Riverhead anytime soon, you can head over to their website and figure out how you can make donations to the thrift store, monetary, for the whole ranch, or just for, your goods, old clothes, whatnot. Clean out your closet so that way you have some more room for your holiday stuff that's coming in for gifts and whatnot. And also don't forget, there's a whole bunch of boys who might like to have some Christmas presents underneath their tree. If none of that works for your schedule and what you've got going on in your life, then simply just follow the link below and just click and vote for the Timothy Hill Children's Ranch. They're right now in the running for a $50,000 grant to help provide additional housing for these boys, and certainly a great and noble cause, not just for this holiday season, but for a gift that just keeps on giving, right? So anyways, that's my pitch. For me, from my heart, something that I feel is incredibly important, not just as a mother and not just as somebody that cares about children, but just for all of humanity's sake. And I think it's a great time for all of us to be able to, during this holiday season of being thankful, be able to give a little bit of thanks to other people who could use it as well. So it's never good for anybody to be alone on the holiday, and if we can provide home and for food and for opportunity for other people, why not, right? All right, Thrifty Vintage Chicsters, I'm counting on you. So get out there, follow the link, be sure to vote, and also check out the website and see if there's any other ways that you might be able to help out. You could be surprised. You never know what you might find. All right, be well, and until next time, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll be seeing you soon. All right, family, say happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.